Hello, he's fine, he's okay. So it's the next day. I went last night. When I first got onto the ward, they didn't have a record of him, so I was like, where's my husband? Because I had called and they'd said that he was in surgery, so where is he? And apparently they said that there was some kind of, might have been a backlog, but as it happened, his operation was 3.5 hours and then he was recovery. So I left it an hour and then went back in, and I arrived back in just as he was arriving on the ward. So he was completely out of it. He looked white as a sheet. The ward was bonkers. It was crazy. It was packed. There was so much going on. It was meal time, but of course Mike hadn't eaten since the following evening, and he arrived at mealtime and was completely zonked, so he wasn't going to get any tea. So I was thankful that I did do him a pack up and I left that. As it turned out, he didn't eat that either. He hadn't felt up to it. So I went back today. It was just, I couldn't really talk to him last night. There wasn't really much that he could say. He was just high on morphine and just needed to sleep. So I went back today. I've just got back from the hospital, so I went for lunchtime, and he'd just had fish and mash, which he wasn't pleased with at all. It didn't smell good. But I took him another sandwich and he didn't want that either. He said, well, I've eaten. He'd had his tablets so that he was fine. But gosh, he looked better. All the colour had come back. He looked much brighter. They'd taken the drain out, so he had a drain in his tummy. Yeah, and all sorts of wires and bits and bobs, and he'd been on oxygen and his cannula's still in. So he said, I'm hoping to come home today, so I'm hoping he comes home tonight. They did leave a pack on his bed of equipment and stuff, and they did say to him, providing we get all your meds done, then you can go. So he was waiting for some medication. So I've brought back the pack of stuff which is to deal with his catheter, which he'll have for, I think he said, oh, I forgot, do you know my head? Did he say 10 days? I think so. I think he's got to go back 9th, something like the 9th of December, to have that taken out and have a trial without it. So I've got all of that with me, took that out, and just left him with a sandwich just in case he does want it, because he hasn't ordered any tea because he thinks he's coming home soon. But they really do take the time with these things. They've got to sort out his meds, they've got to take the cannula out, they've got to sort out his catheter. So there's a lot for them to do amongst all of the other patients. It was absolutely full ward. So I don't know what time he'll get home, but he's going to text me when he's ready to come home, and Kerry's going to go and get him. So mattress topper has arrived, so I'm going to make his bed again. So the mattress topper's arrived. I've just come, and it looks like a really good thick one, and it's memory foam, so it should be really comfy with that. I just had the instructions, hang on. So the instructions are really strange. It says on here, memory foam may have a slight odour initially. I've never noticed that before. Will not bring any harm to your body. It will dissipate. It will dissipate with time, and air circular. Oh, was this made in China? Please air out the mattress topper for 72 hours until the funky smell disappears. I swear it does say that. I don't know if you can you see that? The funky smell disappears. Will dissipate with time, and air circular. Anyway, it's got a 3-year limited warranty. It's not bad. I don't know what that blade's for. I'll read the instructions. It's just a mattress topper. I'm just going to put it on. There's a couple of adjustments I've made to his bed. When he texted me, he said, I think I need to sleep in a chair. So he was really uncomfortable and he can't lay on his side. So I've made a couple of adjustments to prop him right up. I'll show you that. And I've put together one of our new bedside cabinets, which I wasn't going to show you for a while yet, because they're for our bedroom. But I thought, well, he's going to need something by the side of his bed. So I put one together. My eye infection's come back for the third time. I don't know if you can see that. It's really sore and tender, and it's right in my lower lid. And it seems to flare up when I'm stressed. So my back is back for the third time. But yeah, that's really sore. So I might have to nip to pharmacy and get some more drops. Because they don't last long. You have to keep them in the fridge, and we didn't have a fridge here for a while, so I had to throw them. So I'm going to have to go and get some more. Anyway, I'm going to take this mattress topper upstairs and show you what I've been doing with the bed. Oh, I'm up. Right, okay. So, because I've been washing and replacing the bedding frequently, I haven't ironed it. So you'll have to forgive me for that. I do like ironed bedding. Right, so what I've got 2 big square pillows, and then the old single mattress topper. I've rolled that up, and then these 2 as well to try and prop him. What I've ordered are some backrests. So they're like triangular, not mattresses, but they're shaped in a triangle to go sort of like that, down and across. And I've ordered 2 of those, so it will have like a firm backrest. And then if he wants just one of them, he can put one underneath his knees as well to help his keep his legs raised. I've also got a big body pillow coming. You know those really big long body cushions that you can get that you cuddle. I got one of those. What else have I ordered? I've ordered a couple of other bits as well. Oh, I've ordered a tray with a beanbag underneath so that he can eat in bed if he wants to, bring his breakfast in bed. And these are our bedside cabinets, so I'm going to show you these. I will show you them again later when we do our bedroom, because what I wanted to discuss was how we are doing our bedroom. It's really dark in here. I've already shut curtains and everything for him for when he gets here. Hang on, let's get a bit of light. Maybe a bit too much light. Yeah, so I want the bedroom in the design to be, do you remember the furniture, the teak furniture in Scandinavian design, 1960s? That's how I want the bedroom to look, sort of like 1960s, quite retro. So I've gone for, if you go on eBay and you try and get some of the original ones, the ones that have been restored are really expensive. You might as well buy new. And also when it's been bedside cabinets, it's really difficult to get 2 matching. So, and if you want to restore them yourself, you don't know how bad they're going to be. So I didn't fancy that either. I'll show you it. They're a little bit expensive. So it's a little teeny thing. We're getting a Super King bed. And it'll leave us very little space at the end of our bed. So this is only a foot long. Now this was £120. It's Scandinavian design. I think they're called Fish and Lily on Etsy. And it's walnut. So that's all you need for a bedside cabinet, to be honest. But I really like the simple design. And we're going to get a headboard to match. There are some chest of drawers that go with it, but the chest of drawers really are expensive. The chest of drawers are like £400 each, and I'm really umming and ahhing because I'd need 2 of them, £800, and then I've got to get a wardrobe. There isn't a wardrobe to match that, but that doesn't matter. I'm not bothered about everything matching. And I might get 2 different chest of drawers as well, because £800 for 2 chest of drawers it's a lot of money, isn't it? The wardrobe that I saw that I really liked was £800. If I get antique one off eBay. You can get some really nice ones for about 400-ish. So I'm keeping my eyes open for those. But anyway, that's the design. I'm going to get this mattress topper out and see how funky it smells. I'll let you know. It doesn't smell funky. It doesn't smell of anything. It does need to sort of reflate, I think, from it being squashed. I'm going to turn this upside down, leave it on our bed. It's okay, I suppose. Was it about £40, I think, this? So this is classed as a small double or a large single. So it just needs to flatten out. I'll turn it the other way. Let it do what it's going to do. Feels quite cold as well. It needs to warm up. And then I'll remake his bed. This arrived from my cousin Tracy, sending a bear hug to Might Get Well Soon. Oh, lots of love, Tracy and Dave, and some sweeties. I'll help him eat those. That was nice, wasn't it? Yeah. So he's home. It's actually been 2 nights. I couldn't do any recording or anything because I was literally 24/7 looking after Mike, and he was 24/7 being uncomfortable. So we got him home. He had a cup of tea, a biscuit, and then it was straight to bed. If I'd have planned this better, I think what we did is we distracted ourselves with getting the house ready and kind of didn't think about the operation very much, even though we were preparing for it by doing the house. It's the post-operation care that we haven't thought through properly, or maybe just didn't realise that the operation was that big. And there was no real information on that, on what it would be like afterwards and how long it would take to recover. We knew, obviously, he's had an operation, it's not good. But there were a lot of things I didn't realise I was going to have to inject him every day. Not my thing, not one for needles. And certainly injecting my husband and thinking, is it hurting? They didn't like that at all. Catheter got to grips with, but I got to say, they're not made by German engineers. I think they should get a plumber to design the bags. Do you know? You know what I mean? Understand the plumbing? They're not brilliant, but they're doing the job. There was a little bit of a misunderstanding as to, I thought we were supposed to get one for every day because they say single use on them. And then I rang the ward panicking because I only had 2 of a night, so it was like a night bag and a day bag. And she explained that you wear the same bag for 7 days and then change it. And the night bag, again, the same, you use it for 7 days, except it plumbs into the day bag. So, yeah, that was challenging, getting used to that. But I'm used to it now. I know what I'm doing. The first night, I set my alarm and I set it for on the hour every hour. I didn't really need too much because I didn't really sleep. Kept checking him, kept checking the bag, didn't need emptying, all of that. And he didn't sleep well anyway. So, and Willow didn't sleep well. So the 3 of us really didn't get a lot of sleep at all. It was more like little tiny naps. The second night, a bit better, but still not great. And then the day after, I was falling asleep, standing up. I was emailing a student, wide awake, and then the next thing, my head came up, and I realised I just passed out at my laptop, and I'd sent this. Well, I hadn't sent the email, but I'd typed this email that was a gazillion zeros on the screen. But that's okay. We've just decided to take it easy, and I've put a message out to students now that I just need a couple of days off, so they know that I won't be replying to them. He's also got some sexy stockings. Sexy stockings for just to reduce blood clots, and they're really tight, so I took those off last night. Put a fresh pair on, washed his legs, made them feel a bit better, washed his feet. My goodness, they were difficult to get on. They are so tight, and I pulled my thumb out pulling it up, but I'm all right. So last night, to cut a long story short, last night we both had a full night's sleep. We had a really good night's sleep. So did Willow. We all slept. So today I woke up with fresh energy, and I'm back to it. Unfortunately, Mike is now biting at the bit because even though he feels lousy, his head is saying, I want to get on with this, I want to do that, I could be building your wardrobe. And I was expecting this after 2 weeks. I wasn't expecting it after 2 nights for him to start wanting to get going again. So we've got a little bit of a please sit down with him. And it is been a really good patient, to be fair. So anyway, today I'm getting on with sticky stuff remover. So when we had our temporary curtains up, I might use some tape to keep this sort of little plastic sheet up, and it's stuck to the windowsill, all this these tapes, and it really has stuck. It's all over. So I'm going to get some sticky stuff remover on it and see if I can get that off. And I'll let Mike have a chat with you. He can have a chat with you about his experience. Okay.
Yes. Hello.
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 Hello. He's back.
I'm home.
Yeah.
With a vengeance. I'm fine. Operation went as it should do. You look a bit close to me there.
Oh, sorry.
I know you're looking up my nose. That's okay. Yeah, op went as it should have done. It was just as expected. Oh, excuse me, I'm still tired. So that was Tuesday, 26th. I had the op, I think, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. In the afternoon. So it was really funny. My daughter, hello Kerry, she dropped me off. She was played Hoover woman for a few days, dropping me off very early in the morning. And the last thing she said was, I'll see you on the other side. She didn't quite mean what she said, but anyway, we had a laugh about it. And I went into the waiting area. Of course, it was only, 20 to 7 in the morning, but it was already very busy with blokes of my own age-ish, not all having the same operation or procedure, but and there was no seats, but it looked like British Airways waiting lounge. Anyway, all the seats were full, so I went into the volunteers room thinking, well, I volunteered for the op, I can sit in there, and I did. It took us through to, I think, like a procedure room. Took details again. I must have given my date of birth at least 50 times over that 2-day period I was in. It's quite weird, but anyway. And they give you, you get all your medical stuff done, and then they give you a gown to change into and stockings, which is something I'd say to Cheryl yesterday was, will you change my stockings? Which is something I never thought I'd ever say. There you go. Yeah. I know Cheryl visited me in hospital, but I know I was out of it. I know that. But I do remember there I could smell the Dettol, being cleaning. So, yeah, I did know she'd visited. That was really the first day. Second day, a little bit pain, but okay. And they let me out. I did everything I could that day just to show them that was okay. I got out of bed, I had a little walk. I didn't really eat my dinner, but I sort of tried. They measure everything. I've got a pipe where you don't want a pipe. But anyway, so I'm recovering. It's Saturday. I didn't sleep too well last night, but I have slept, haven't I?
Yeah.
So
Well, a lot better than you have.
yeah, the morphine helps in hospital, but then of course when you get home you're not on morphine, but I am on other painkillers, so that's fine. A bit sore, but other than that I'm good. I want to get started back on the house now.
Got a while yet?
I've got a few days, week, maybe days. I've got this ceiling to do. No, I know I can't do much. But God, that's the worst of it, isn't it? Not being able to get on.
It is, but you know, we're not in a rush now.
I can get on with my full-time job, so I'm getting caught up with that. The video that you watched last Sunday, because this will be the Sunday after, I got that edited, so that's not too bad. This one I'll edit ready for Sunday, the day you're watching it. Yeah, Cheryl's looking after me, aren't you?
Yeah.
I've eaten well. The bed's really comfy that she's done for me in the bedroom. And she's giving me hypodermic needle, which is a blood thinner. I'm back at hospital on the 9th, is it?
The 9th to have the catheter removed.
Have the catheter. I'm not looking forward to that. Well, I'm looking forward to having it removed. I'm not looking forward to the procedure, but kind of hoping that goes well, which it will. So yeah, I'm on the road to recovery, which is a song somewhere in the world. Okay, thanks anyway. Thanks for all your messages.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Gosh, we've had so much support from you all. You've no idea how much it means to us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Good video diary. All right, see you soon.
Now, Willow has been a little bit out of sorts, haven't you, Willow? Been wondering what's going on, wanting to jump on Daddy like you normally do. Wondering why he's in a different bed, trying to get in bed with him. Aren't you? But she's starting to settle a little bit now. Got your teddy?
You've been a good girl, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, good girl.
Yeah.
You had sausage for your lunch.
Yeah.
And you looking forward to watching Strictly, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the sort of prop-up things I was talking about that I bought. The only thing is they don't come with cushion covers, so I might have to make some when I get my sewing machine back, because I really like them. You can have them sort of this way, you imagine, so you're really sat up against your headboard, but I've been using it that way, not on top of a quilt. I've been using it that way, and then it's just given me a little bit of extra comfort on a night. I like it a lot. So I recommend those. If you quite like to be sat up a little bit in bed, they're really good. On another note, the sticky stuff remover is working. It's all coming off. So I just got a little bit left to do. I think there's some on the window as well. A little bit there left to do. And there's some on the panels Mike wants me to do up there. And then that's done. The plumber is coming this afternoon to link up my cooker. I've unwrapped my cooker, so I will show you that. But that footage will be on a different video, which is with my kitchen design, so you won't see that on this video, but it's a lovely cooker. And also it's coming to fix the radiator back up in the bedroom. Not that we need it, this bedroom is roasting, but we're putting the radiator back anyway, because we've decorated now. And what else is he doing? He's doing something else. Oh, and we want to talk to him about a new shower. The electric shower, it's just not... I can hear somebody crunching. What have you got? Oh, she's got a biscuit. You got a biscuit? Can I have some? Can Mummy have a bit? No, I guess not. Well, yeah, so the electric shower is it's just not good enough. So we want, before we get the full bathroom done, which will be next year, we're not bothered about the tiles or anything like that. We're just wanting to get a shower in, plumb that in so we've got a decent rainfall shower like we used to do at the old apartment. So that's all happening today. So it's another busy day. There was a mattress that came that was the wrong size, and that's supposed to be getting picked up. It was supposed to be picked up yesterday, and the driver arrived and he was new and he'd forgot the label. So hopefully it'll either be today they pick it up or tomorrow. Either way, that's happening as well. So all happening. It's all happening. The plumbers arrived. This is Jim Crisp. Hiya.
Hello.
What are we doing?
I will just change the radiator. Now I'm going to show you how to repressurise this Vogue that we've just fitted, an Ideal Vogue Combi 40. So as you can see, the pressure's dropped to 0 and we need it around 1 when it's cold. So if we have a look underneath, 2 blue taps, we turn this tap on the cold feed in that direction and then open this other blue tap and you lay water filling into the system. Yeah. Watch the pressure gauge. We need to fill it up so it gets to 1. When it gets to 1, close the valve so it's in that position and then return the other valve to the vertical position.
Right.
That's how you repressurise one of these Ideal Vogues.
So this is brand new. It's we might call it a spaceship because it's got this soft close, hasn't it? A soft open, very, very snazzy.
Yeah, so that's all ready to go now.
Brilliant. So we've had a radiator to put back on that we had took off for decorating. That's all gone back on now. And then Jim will be coming back again. He's quite famous in the area. He's the difficult plumber to get because he's very popular. Always busy. I think do you work 7 days a week or something?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
And plays classical guitar, and he does have a YouTube channel, so there will be a link in the description if, like me, you do like some really nice soft music. You can go meet his channel. Please subscribe and have a look at some of his fare. And you also play in a restaurant?
Yeah, I play at the Croft Park Cafe in Little Wheaton every Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday.
So you keep yourself busy then?
Just for an hour.
So you don't get bored?
No.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you.
I'm going to say it how it is. It's not a good day. Mike's got up and he's not well. So he's gone back to bed. Willow went for a walk and the carpet fitter turned up early. So I had to rush back. And I said, just give me 5 minutes, sort the dog out. And my husband, hubby was in bed and Willow just glued herself to me. So I went upstairs, sought Mike out. Carpet fitter's here. What do you need? Said what he needed. Went to go there, get that. But as I'm coming downstairs, the carpet fitter knocked on the door and Willow shot in front of my leg because she was glued to it. And I went down. I was near the bottom, but I've gone down on my left knee. So I opened the door with a smile, screaming in my head. My knee's really throbbing, it's stinging. So I've landed full weight on the bottom of the stairs on my knee. Anyway, carpet fitter, I explained. He went and did his thing. And then deliveries started turning up and then Mike got up and I did the meds thing and the bag change, emptying, and saw to him. He's not well at all. He's properly, I don't know, he's down. I don't know whether to call, well, I asked him if I should call a doctor and he said no. But I think I'll have to see how he goes. Might have to call doctor out later, or at least ring NHS 111 and see what they have to say. So in the meantime, I'm still getting on with the stuff that I need to get on with. So carpet has been fitted. Tried hoovering. I tried hoovering and the hoover blocked. So then I had to stop to unblock the hoover, screwdriver, jobby and all of that. And Willow's still round my legs. She's just literally sat in a bed and she's sulking. I haven't eaten yet. I need to get a slice of bread down my neck or something. And the drawer cabinets arrived, so that needs, I've just started unwrapping that and I'm putting that together. So I'll show you that and see what you think. It's only for the spare room, but it's quite nice. Excuse the mess. With a hoover blocking, and because Mike went back to bed, I just used my sweeping brush. Oh yeah, so new carpet. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm telling you, new carpet. What do you think? It's very, very soft. It's got a good underlay, very spongy. I've got to move the bed back. So I hoovered some of it before it all got blocked, and then I've swept up the rest, put it out there. A lot of that has come out of the hoover that I've unblocked. So this is the drawer unit. Just speaking quietly. It's, you know, it's not how they used to make them, but it's only for spare room, so it'll do for towels, you know, pillowcases, that type of thing. It looks like I've got to switch. These are the knobs, so I've got to take those off and just switch them round, but other than that it's fully assembled. It did say that it came fully assembled. Thankfully the delivery men said, where do you want it? And I said, would you mind? Upstairs. So they did. They took it up and brought it up for me. Otherwise I don't think I'd have managed today. It would have just sat in the hallway until somebody came and helped at weekend, and it's Monday. So I'm really thankful for them. It was from Wayfair, but apparently they outsource the delivery drivers, so sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you don't. DHL turned up for the mattress, so that's gone. So it's pretty much all been happening this morning. And my knee's hurting. So I'm feeling a little bit sorry for myself. I'm going to get on with fixing this and at least get that ready. And then I'm going to have to tidy up all that mess outside. Next step is to put the bed back and then bring in the clothes rails that are in the dressing room, which is just jam-packed. Just a second. So these temporary clothing rails, they're going to go into the bedroom to try and clear out this room as much as we can. And then I'm going to start stripping this room. So I've already done that wall. And then I've got this wall to do. That wall's already done because it had those wardrobes on it. And then there's just that little bit of wall there to do. So it shouldn't take too long. It won't be too bad to get this room finished. And then once the lining paper's on, then we can get the carpet people in here. Well, lining paper and paint it white as we are doing. Get the carpet fitters down and they can put the carpet in here. And then I can start moving stuff back in, and Mike can start, when he's well, start building the wardrobe in there. So it's going to do me a load of rails and curtains and stuff. That's it for now, really. Just thought I'd have a little moan. Got to have a little moan every now and then. I'm going to have something to eat. Me and my shadow. You settled now, Willow? Good girl. I think I heard the window cleaner. Right, let's do this. And then that's another job done. I think these just come out. Maybe not. It'll get them all on first and then I'll tighten them. Ooh, delivery. I think this might be some of Mike's presents. So I'll get these open and I'll show you what I've got him. Hopefully there is. Yeah, got him these for Christmas. Some slip-ons. Relaxed fit slip-ins. Hands-free sketches. Everything he owns is pretty much covered in paint. Oh, they're smart. Got a nice sticky sole so it won't slip. Steady grip. Yeah, got that bit to stand in. I quite like them. Anti-slip under wet conditions. I'll try them on him and then see what he thinks. If I don't like them, I can always send them back. Got a nice thick fleece and a thick cardigan as well. See what these are like. Hopefully a bit smart. Oh, that is really thick and warm. It looks very big. He's lost weight, so that might be a bit big. Warm though. I mean, if he puts a jumper under it, I suppose. One-handed. Yeah, lovely. Might have to switch to an L, but we'll see. We'll try it on him. Like I say, if he's wearing a jumper under it or a fleece under it, then it's probably better that he has this XL. I'll hang it up and have a look at it. Now, what do you think? Do you think he'll like it? It's ever so thick. But keep him snug. Let's have a look at the other one. That's quite a nice green colour. So still nice and cosy, but not as thick. It's just sort of a lining. It's got pockets. No pocket. Yeah, he loves pockets. Got to have pockets. Little pocket there. Yeah, and he's well enough. We'll try him on him, see what he thinks. Again, if it's too big, I can always send it back, get the large instead. Morning. So it is the day after yesterday, obviously. I've had a big cup of coffee. So I mentioned that Mike wasn't well. You know when your husband's not right. He was just tired. He'd been doing really well, and then all of a sudden, he just wasn't. He wasn't eating. He had 6 slices of cucumber. He wasn't drinking enough. He felt hot, and he was unsteady on his feet. I'd changed his bag, his catheter, and it was unusually dark, and you think, well, he needs to drink more water, make it it pale, but there was something else about it as well, and I thought, that's not right. You just know, don't you? I did his temperature and it was 38, and I chatted to his daughter, and she, because I was going to ring doctor, and she said, why don't you just ring the ward? So I did. And explained to them, and they said, bring him in. So Kerry left work, bless her, which is a good hour and a half drive, or maybe an hour depending on traffic, but either way, she dropped everything, come to get us, picked us all up, took us to hospital. And I mean, they were really good. They didn't keep us waiting. They took him straight into a treatment room. Lots of fuss. Doctor had a good look at him, asked lots of questions. They looked at his wounds. They were looking for infection. They looked at his wounds and they were fine. And then, when I said about his bag, they said, it's likely that the infection's there. So they did some bloods and sent his wee off for testing. And they said they were going to keep him in. They got a cannula ready. They hooked him up to fluids and antibiotics straight away. And he was really confused. Not mad confused, but it wasn't Mike. And because normally, there's no way Mike would have gone back in hospital, trust me. If you said to him, I'm going to take you back on the ward, and it had been anything like, he'd have been like, nah, I'll get better here, I'm fine. But he wasn't. So they kept him in, and that's where we're up to with Mike. So I've had another night on my own, which I really don't like. I'm waiting basically for the ward to open. It's 8 till 8 that you can ring, and it's 7:30 in the morning. So I'm going to have another coffee and just wait for 8 o'clock so I can ring and see what his night's been like, see if he's perked up. When the nurse hooked him up, she said, you'll feel like $1 million after this. You'll want to go for a run. So hopefully he'll feel a lot better. He hadn't eaten So I did say to him, you know, if you are feeling better later, ask the nurse, they'll make you a sandwich. You know, we'll have missed tea time, which you did last time, which isn't a bad thing because he didn't like the food. But the nurses will make you a sandwich if you're after meal hours. So hopefully he did get his meds, had his diabetic meds and had a sandwich and had a good night's sleep. But I'll find out when I call, hopefully. And hopefully I'll get him back home. If it's antibiotics and they've done the IV, they might want to keep him another night to get a load into him. But I am just hoping that we've caught it really early. He's perked up and they might just send him home with some antibiotic tablets. And that'll do, and then I can get him back. I've changed all his bedding. He's got nice, clean, fresh bedding, so that's all done. I've got Madam here. She's going to need her a walk. We normally go at 8 o'clock, so as soon as I've done my call to the ward, we'll take her out and we'll go for a little wander, won't we? You just don't know what's going on, do you? You're like, where's my daddy? What's happening? I know. Such a sweetheart. Bless her. So that's my news at the moment. I'll see what happens today and report back.
Hello. Guess where I am?
Oh no.
I had an episode. So the temperature went up, felt really sicky. So Cheryl rung here and they said, "Oh, bring him in." That was last night. I've been on a drip all day. And yeah. But I'm eating because Cheryl's bought me a sausage roll in a picnic basket. Picnic.
I brought you a banquet.
So she's put the telly on TV so
Yeah.
I can watch that. So I've had a scan and I'm hoping that's okay. My hope is that doctor says today, look, he can go home. But I asked him this morning and he said, no, he can't go home today. And he didn't say he can go home tomorrow.
No.
Some of these lads in here, one of them's been in 3 months.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, poor love.
I couldn't do that. Anyway, so yeah, you'll see me on Sunday, which is today as you're watching it. Back for that.
Providing you home.
Well, we'll be watching this clip. Yeah. Got to go home. Don't like not being at home.
Not keen on the food either, are you?
No food, I don't eat. It's the feet.
Feet.
It's just...
Okay, we got him home. So 2 nights in hospital with an infection, and we finally got him home. It's a miserable day today. Yeah, so got him home, and then, so when was that? We just don't know what day it is, do we? It's Saturday today. I had him home 2 nights, and then he was really poorly again yesterday. So I called the ward, and the ward spoke to him, and they said, from what I told them, you best come in again. So I thought, oh, here we go again, 3rd time. Got his bag ready, rushing round. His daughter wasn't well, so couldn't come and pick us up. So trying to get a taxi, couldn't get a taxi. Couldn't sort Willow out. Anyway, a neighbour that I've met and that we've become friends, she's really nice. She said she'd have Willow, really good of her to have Willow for a couple of hours. I managed to get a taxi, got him there, got him assessed. Basically, there's a lot that we didn't expect. There's a lot to this operation which nobody really talks about. Nobody seems to you know, I mean, all the pack and the information, I think I've mentioned this before, it tells you the basics, but it makes it sound as though, yeah, you'll have your operation, you'll be in a night, you'll come home, you'll recover, everything will be fine, don't drive, do this, have these injections. And of course, yeah, there's a lot more to it than that. So it's not been pleasant. I actually at one point said, this is ridiculous. It's just the year. What I mean by that is the year. This year has just been ridiculous. And moving home, selling and moving home and the operation, and it's just all been a little bit too much. But he is home. So it's been a bit of a funny video, this one. I've started back on the house, started preparing the spare bedroom, so I'll show you that on the next video. I think there's enough on this one, enough drama. I just want to say a big thank you. Again, I know I say this, but I do want to show you that I appreciate all of your comments and your support so much. It's really endearing, and it does make a difference. It makes us feel better knowing that you are sending your best wishes and your hugs and cups of tea and custard creams. Anyway, I'm going to leave you at that on this one. He is home. He's in bed at the moment, resting. He has been feeling quite sicky. Appetite is up and down. But hopefully next video will be able to give you a little bit of better news of how he is. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.